What we've got here is the VCA control board for the Solo Logic. This one was sent in to me from Italy, and this is my stock working one here. And this was sent, it had battery corrosion, usual story around here. I've cleaned it all up, I checked the tracks, just buzzed them out, and I found 2 tracks weren't making it, so I've put some overlaid a bit of wire on those too. And I've checked the voltages with my multimeter, and you can see like about 2 volts flying around here, which is going to be sort of address lines, control lines and stuff like that. So you can, just check their integrity. Now on this board, the other things to check, I should say, this isn't booting up. As you can see, we've got all the lights are on and the screen is dead. So there's no action at all. It's not this processor here, 90 pin. Is not booting up for some reason. Now I'm not an expert, I don't know how to fix these, so all I can do is just go through a few simple checks which you can try and you might get lucky. Apart from that, I can't help you, I'm afraid. If it's battery corroded, I don't know what to suggest. Right, the first thing to check is 2 fuse resistors, okay? R15 there and R16 under the crop clips. You should see rail voltages. I believe this is the plus one. So you should get about plus 16 on both sides of this resistor, and this one would be minus 16 on both sides. Okay, so obviously you're going to need that. You can check these 2 regulators here. I think one's 3 volts and one's 7 volts, which are both working. The resistors are good, by the way. And of course you've got the rail volts coming in. You need to have 5 volts and plus and minus 17. The other thing you need to look at is this IC here. It's the battery management. If the battery goes dead, which it would do in corrosion situation, this will halt the processor, and you can check to see if that has actually done that by checking pins 14 and 15, and you need to see a high on 14 and 15. So counting from here, that's 1, 8, 14, 15, yeah? You need 5.5 volts on those. On this kaput board, I am getting those readings, so I know the Maxim, the battery management IC, is not sending out a reset high. Sorry, it is sending out a high, which means it's not resetting. Right, and I've checked it on this, I've checked it against this Maxim here. It's actually Max 691 is the device. For some reason, they hard soldered a lot of these boards, which is a complete pain in the neck, because you can't just easily switch it out and put another Max IC in, whereas you can on this board. I don't know why they decided to do that, but they did. The other thing to watch out on here is this infamous 90 pin. You can see it's got these clamps. There's 4 clamps that hold this whole device in. Now they break off, sure as eggs. If you take this off, you will break those clamps, and there are no more. There are no more holders, there are no more clamps. So once those clamps are busted, you've had it basically. There's nothing you can hold that processor in. On my stock board, you can see it's got the 4 clamps. I've never taken this one out. Do not take this out. It won't be this. This will not be the problem if you've got a dead situation like that, okay? Not in my experience anyway, in 30 years. So don't start undoing this processor, or else you break the clips, and that's the end of that. You've got, these are the EEPROMs here. So obviously you need to have the right, this is logic 32, this is off a 32 input, and this is 24. Okay, there's a battery actually installed on that one, but you don't need a battery for it to boot up. Okay, it will boot up, it just won't remember. So I've checked the reset line, and that's not been held low, so it's not that. I've checked the voltages, I've checked the tracks on here, it's still not working. I don't know what else to do really. But if you've had a board with some of these problems, you can get the scope working if you want. Here's the crystal, yeah, oscillator, so that you could check that, see if you're getting a square wave out of that, which I am on both boards. So there's a lot of things working on here, but whatever it is not booting up the keypad. You need the keypad connected for this to work, by the way. It has to have it. So if I basically just switch off my power supply, which is here, and I'll just reconnect these onto my working board whilst holding the camera. Comme ça. Plug it, switch it on there, and there we go. That's telling me to just press any key to. Now it's telling you the automation has come in, yeah? So that's working. I'm not sure exactly the status of this, but obviously I've got no VCAs connected to the board, so I can't actually go into record or anything like that. I can't get the transport to work. But what I can do is to change some of the settings, and so I can hit play there, but the transport won't function. You can exit that and then go through. You've got auto on off there. Sorry, you can't see that properly. Anyway, I know that the processor is working because of this little display here. Go to clear. Yeah. So I know this is working. That's your MIDI clock. You know, so the it's empty clock. Right, so I'm afraid this is curtains on this board. I'm not sure what to do next. You can't do real trial and error on these kind of systems. I mean, it only takes a slightest problem to tip the whole thing up, you know. And I've got another one over there which is also kaput. I'm probably going to see more in the next few years. But anyway, I just wanted to send this video to Marius, who owns this board, and then I'm going to actually let him buy this stock board off me, and then he'll be able to have a working console. Right, well that's all from me in Cornwall, and good luck guys and girls.